Won't he do it? Yes, he will. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, that's Will Rogers, a.k.a. Master Teacher 33. Today, or tonight, late night show tonight. Tonight's Thursday, August the 25th, 2022, and the time is 9:16 Central. I want to jump right in talking about financial literacy from the perspective of what is your financial belief system? Man, this is crazy. So we're getting ready to start a new series that starts on September the 2nd. Cost is $249. If you took the last class, you get a 50% discount. Well, $50 off, I should say. So cost is only $199 for everybody that took the last class. So in the last class, we broke down quantum mechanics of money, because money is the ether. It's the spirit realm. But we got some funky belief systems about financial literacy. And I've heard quite a few different BLI systems about, money. And it's extremely important because each and every person on this call, you have one right now. And if I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet not all, I'm going to bet a lot of my money on the fact that your belief system, your current financial belief system is what is preventing you from establishing what we call financial success. And when we got financial beliefs, they're just like religion. The brain is funky in a way that people believe, just like religion, and therefore the brain must block out any belief that is not similar to that belief. And the sad thing about this is man, I talk to people every day, and they say certain things like, I don't got no money. Because, that means something, because you don't need money, because money is not a thing. Money is an ideal that is put in the form of a product, a service or information that benefits other people more than it benefits yourself. So, you have the capacity to perform an ideal. So, if we get started with that one, we could do a whole show just on that one BLI system. And so a belief means you are being alive. That's what the word belief means. Because all belief systems, regardless of how great they are, and there are some great ones, I got a few myself, but all belief systems are dumbed down versions of the original source code. And unfortunately, you would hurt me and anybody who challenges your current BLI system. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I didn't make the cookie, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And unfortunately, the cookie must be defended at all costs, even at the cost of poverty. And so, unfortunately, you have chosen unknowingly to defend poverty when you establish a belief. Whether it be religion, we just happen to be talking about money, but all belief systems, they take over the reticular activating system. At first, the reticular activating system rejects the belief system until the belief system is frequently repeated. And if that belief system is frequently repeated with an emotional response, which is usually what happens when money is an issue, when money is tight, then we say things very emphatically like, man, damn, freaking broke again. Bam, that emotion is the electrical magnetism. Emotion is the electrical magnetic ocean. The body is made of 70 to 80, 90% water. So that sends that frequency throughout the entire body, and therefore, by universal spiritual law, any opportunities that were coming your way must, by universal law, go around you. Because money is not what you think. What I'm going to be breaking down during the series that starts in September is I'm going to give you my personal system that I use to get out of debt and then to get back into debt, and then to use debt to pay debt and to get rich. Rich is just peace of mind and happiness. So you can get rich off of $20,000. You can get rich off of $2 million. Your definition of rich is different. Everybody's different. So what do you need to have to structure peace of mind so you sleep good at night? All your bills are paid, food in the refrigerator, gas in the car, health insurance in case somebody gets sick, whatever. What is your definition of rich? Whatever that is, okay, debt. Which is what, remember the thing that everybody's telling you to get out of? Yeah. That is the thing you need to get into. My system, when I explain it to you, and it's done at different levels. I like listening to people like Tony Robbins talk about buying, annuity life insurance policies and then borrowing against those policies. What they don't tell you though, they started those policies when they was like 18. And so you could borrow against the policy because now, okay, you're 60 and you started when you was 18. But you know what? I'm not trying to wait. I just like go to church. I don't want to wait till next Sunday to come back and get my blessing. I take my blessing this Sunday. Thank you. So I don't want to hold on, brother, and come back next Sunday for my blessing. So I set up a system that I'm going to be breaking down on September the 2nd as we start the 7-day series that, again, gets into breaking down how you use, and hopefully if my boy, the Gold Grill Yard Man, is still available, I'll be interviewing Brother Jibede Williams. And I don't know if you guys remember Brother Jibede from back in the day. He was part of the Life Management System, and Brother Jibede has been implementing some of my principles. He already had his landscaping business established and was doing fairly well when we met. He just took it to another level by establishing a proper identification. And he just so happens, although his system is different from mine, that's why I will, want him to share his system. Because he has a system, but it's a little different from what I do. Just like Tony Robbins and all of the 1%, they use life insurance policies that have a cash annuity built in. And, that's a whole other study for another time. But since I don't, do that or haven't done that, I don't teach it. So I don't teach what I haven't done. And more importantly, my system is for the little guy. The guy who's, was working at McDonald's. He's tired of working at McDonald's. What does he do? How does he use debt? This is my system. But before we start the class on September 2nd, and again, it costs us $249, just like the last class. But if you took the last class, then you could knock off $50 right off the top, and that'll drop you down to $199. Class starts on September the 2nd. And what we're going to be breaking down during this class is giving you the step-by-step system for you to be able to start with wherever you are to repair your credit. Now, when I say repair your credit, I'm not talking about all of the stuff, because as I learned when I was doing a house buying thing, that's not things that they don't use that system. So how come everybody is doing what they say when it comes to paying off debt and blah, blah, blah? Because I paid off 2 cars and a bunch of bills, and it lowered my credit score. And when I asked them, how come my credit score dropped? They said, well, you want to pay it down. You don't want to pay it off. Well, how come nobody told me that? Because the lender told me that, but the credit specialist, so that was her name was Jill, and she was a senior credit specialist. And I asked her, how long she been doing this? She said she had been doing this for like 20 years. But everything that she did, I've never heard a credit repair specialist or anybody on the internet. All of the stuff that she did, I never heard spoken. I was like, how come they don't teach like people that? And she said, well, senior credit repair specialists, they got a different system. And it was just like it was when I was a cop. And when you get put over by a cop, they say, well, they run a 28 or 29. So it's an NCIC check. So the FBI got a database that's different. Now, it's interesting because criminals know that most state and local police departments, they're not on the same system. There isn't a universal, well, it is now, Interpol, but it wasn't back in the day because they got hip to the game. Well, credit is the same way. Insurance is the same way. You guys know that insurance is not federally regulated. In other words, insurance in Texas is totally different from insurance in California. Or, man, you talking about a state? Massachusetts? Wow. You should write an insurance policy, an automobile policy in Mass or New York. Woo! Crazy. So, guess what? Financial literacy is the same. So what we're going to be doing is, on September the 2nd, I got to tell you what I learned through the home buying process. Now, I'm going to do a whole nother seminar after the seminar on the 2nd, on the 15th, that's only focused on the home buying process when it comes to self-employed. You want to tune in for that one. They're very similar, but they're not the same. Because what I'm talking about on September the 2nd is just, okay, I ain't got no money coming in, but I want to be rich. What do I do? Because what's happening is the dominant culture, they're trying to dry up your streams of income. Because they know most people's standard of living is based upon their income. It's not based upon debt. So if I can block, if I can stop, if I can limit your income, I can block and stop you from traveling, doing stuff. Because you don't have no money coming in. But if you got 3 people, more than that, like I recommend, because you got to always have a backup in case somebody, jumps stupid. And if you borrow, you got to pay it back, remember? But that's the beauty of it. Because when you borrow money, which I didn't know, the IRS doesn't tax borrowed money. If you borrow $10,000, and then you wait 30 days, 40 days, or 50 days, and then you borrow, which I teach you during the seminar, $15,000. Well, let's make it more palatable. Let's say you borrow $2,000, and then you borrow $5,000, and then you borrow $7,000. Because when you borrow the first $2,000, that money is not only used to live off of, but it's also used to pay 3 months on time, so that way you can qualify to borrow $5,000. 3 months later, you take the $5,000 and you pay off the $2,000. Because you've been paying on it, so you paid it down a little bit. But usually these types of loans got a very high interest rate. So your principal doesn't even drop that much. But when you pay it off, you pay no interest. So you may pay 1 to 3 months worth of interest. But all of this is what we're going to be breaking down in the seminar. But we got a problem. We got a financial belief system. What is our financial belief system? We've been taught that you got to have a job to make money. That's the biggest lie. All of us have been taught that if you got a money problem, you got a problem. You don't have not having money is not a problem. Now, not having ideals, that's a problem. Not being able to figure out what to do with an opportunity that's presented to you, and that's a bigger problem. Because I can present an opportunity to you right now. What is the opportunity? You can do life. You can post, take it right off my website, masterteacherstraight.com. Go to the link that says Life Management System. Just copy it and paste it. And just post it on the internet. If anybody got any questions, you give them my email or my phone number. They sign up for the Life Management System, whether it be today. Because this is why I do this. I have people 5 years later will come back. 5 years. They listen to me. They don't buy nothing for 5. All of my clients, the money I'm making now is from people that have been listening to me for 5 years. Everybody else I know quit. Because they're not doing it because they like it. They're doing it because they want money. And once you are doing something because you want money, that means that you got a belief system that is flawed. That means you believe you need money. You don't know that you need opportunities. So all the poor people I know, they're waiting for money to come in. None of them is taking advantage of opportunities because they don't know what I've just told you. And I've been doing this now for 20 plus years. And I'm going to keep on doing it while everybody else is waiting and working at a job to make money, I take advantage of opportunities. Because opportunities is money. Working a 9 to 5 is not money. You're just exchanging time for hours. So what's another belief system that you have that's stopping you from making money? That it takes money to make money. What? Boy, you know how many times I've heard that? So number one belief system that's keeping you poor is you think money is not having money is a problem. It's not a problem. Not having money is not a problem. The second belief system that is holding you back is it takes money to make money. Man, all the money I made, I never made with money. I made money with ideas and other people's money. It's a lot easier to use other people's money than it is your own. Another belief system that is really funny with black folks is I gotta work hard. If I work hard, I will make more or I will make money. I don't know how many people have told me that, man, I'm gonna go get a job because I know if I work hard, like backbone labor, like I used to pack in boxes. I used to have that belief system. In fact, these 5 belief systems are the 5 things that I had to work through before I started making any money. I believe that I had to work hard manual labor. So if I work hard, then, and your brain will tell you that you, even when you are working hard, your brain going to tell you you're not working hard enough. Because there's always somebody that's working harder than you. There's always somebody else that's willing to get the job earlier, stay later. There's somebody that's single, they ain't got no kids, or they're younger than you, so they can just pack more boxes in. I know I worked in this warehouse, man. Oh, man. And they had it was based upon production. You had a base salary was like peanuts, like $20. And all of the good guys was making $800 a week. And I started, and it was in a warehouse, big food, or that big grocery store in Texas called ATB. And you are driving this, like it's little, like a tug, it's like a forklift. And it's like a truck with a flatbed on it. And there's just rows and rows and rows of food in boxes stacked on both sides. You have a computer on your arm, on your wrist, that tells you the aisle number and the slot number and the number of pieces. So you're driving this truck, right? There's no forklift, and you look at your wrist, and it says aisle B. You go to aisle B. Then it says section C. You go to section C, and then it'll say, 3 or 4. And that means that tells you how many boxes you get. So I started the first day, I drive up on section C, and people was blowing their horn, hey, get out the way. Dudes was flying up and down this aisle. And my first day on the job, I was like, what the? These dudes was jumping off the machine while it was running full speed. I mean, while it was driving full speed, maybe 5 miles an hour, I don't know. But it was moving really fast. They got off and they were sprinting. They were sprinting. They would sprint ahead of the machine to the slot, pick up the 2 to 3 boxes, wait for the car that has no driver, because the thing will pretty much will steer itself, it stays straight. As it's passing, they would throw the boxes onto the flat thing, and then jump on the drive thing and go to the next aisle. They did it for 8 hours. Sprinting, jumping off, picking up boxes, getting on the box, so that way they could make production. And we got paid every week. First week I got paid $20. Everybody else was getting paid $6, $8, $1,000. And I'm in there and I'm like, hold up, dog. And the guy who hired me, Mr. Rogers, and I was a little older than a lot of the young cats. Like always, every job I had, I was always a little older. Because y'all know I was a late bloomer. And I'm saying, work hard do like these money Hispanic guys wasn't being black folks, just like roofing. I walk around the neighborhood like this afternoon, I walk around the neighborhood, walking the dog. Oh, nope, I ain't seen that one black person. I've been in this house for a while, and y'all know I be watching. I'm a people watcher. I ain't seen no looker on the roof. Not one. Work hard. So I used to have that belief system, Brother Joseph. And I believed, Brother Joseph, that if you worked hard, that's what Brother Joseph, they told me. My grandmother, everybody told me, boy, you work hard, Jesus gonna bless you. Jesus gonna bless you, brother. Just go out there and you just go early, stay your time, don't talk back, don't cause no problems. They treat you wrong, that's okay. And the by and by, and sweet by and by, everything's gonna work out all right. Just praise him as you out there, packing the boxes. So, Brother Joseph, that's what I did. 3 jobs, Brother Joseph, working like a Hebrew. Well, Brother Joseph, it didn't work, bro. I'm living proof, working hard, and you're not going to do it. Now, that's something we're going to disagree with number 3, but I'll take your working hard against my working smart. And let's do it for 1 year. You work hard, and I work smart. And let's tally up our pennies at the end of the year, Sister Sandra, and let's see, Sister Sandra, how many pennies you got by working 3 jobs, packing boxes, or whatever hard work is, compared to my sitting on my donkey talking and adding value to other people's lives by destroying. What do I do? What do I do for a living? I replace error with truth. That's what I do for a living. I get paid. But I got 100 grand. That shit I'm telling you, it would change your life if you implement it. Like the last series. In every series I do, guaranteed results. If you implement it. But we got a big problem. What's number 4, Brother Joseph? Number 4 is the one that everybody got. They tell you, Brother Joseph, they say, well, money is the root of all evil. I don't want money. No, we just got to answer that one with Sister Mika with the question that she asked. Well, if money is a feeling, and the money gives you the feeling of being happiness or happy and peace of mind, so that means being happy and having peace of mind is really, really evil because money gives you that. Well, money is a byproduct of something. Money is not a thing. Money is a byproduct of something called purpose. But we're talking about real money, which is energy. Money is the medium of exchange. Money is a medium that makes people exchange energy. What is a medium? A medium is kind of like a psychic. That's a medium. Money is like a medium. All exchange stuff. So when money is around, people are motivated to exchange it. Come on, preacher. So we got a problem though, because we believe that money is the root of all evil. So we got that belief system. So we don't want money. Because we all went to Ebenezer Baptist or, Presbyterian or Methodist or, Episcopalian. Some of y'all were Jehovah's Witness. Some of y'all was, Hebrew Israelites. They got a bucket and they got a bucket for all you high vibrational activities. So what are money beliefs? Well, money beliefs, financial beliefs, is this ideal. It's weird because money beliefs are rooted and grounded in family stories that's passed out. Usually, your financial belief system was given to you by your mom and your daddy, your reverend, your doctor, your bishop. So your beliefs lead you to do certain financial and make certain financial decisions or not make certain financial decisions that is causing severe problems. Because we all believe that money is a medium of exchange. No matter where you go, that's what people say money is. So money provides what we call stability, right? But money is created whenever value is either added or taken away. So money is really value, which gets back to what I teach when I talk about, especially when we talk about value, because value is really vibration, V, that is authentic, A, that's based in love, L, that is unique, U, and eternal, E. That E could be the word eternal or the word enthusiasm, because eternal and enthusiasm are the same thing. That's value. So if you wake up every day and you are vibrating authentically in love, that makes you very unique and eternal. You are so different that I want to, like, I'll pay you just to talk to you, just to hang out with you. And if you could package your uniqueness in the form of a product, service, information, like I do, like an audio show or a book or a puzzle or, a cookbook. If you could paint, what if you are a dancer like my daughter? And if you could dance so inspirational that it does what? Motivate people. That's money. So we got to understand that your money beliefs that you probably inherited from your parents and your grandparents and people around you, they are the problem. That your attitude about money, your money beliefs, your financial belief system that's been passed down from generation to generation is a causality of your reality. It is this misunderstanding all about your financial belief system that you have inherited and you never questioned it, just like religion. Your mama was a Baptist, and mama was a Baptist, everybody in your family is a Baptist. They're like all blacks are Democrats. Really? I ain't voted Democratic. I mean, back when I used to vote, I didn't vote Democrat. I always voted Republican. Why? Because Republicans were always big business. So they passed loopholes for people like Donald Trump. Well, guess what? I think just like Donald Trump when it comes to business. Now, when it comes to your personal life, when it comes to religion, when it comes to, other things, okay, maybe not. But in the area of improving your financial decisions and reducing your financial risk, Republicans, they got it down. Democrats do not. Because Democrats are what? Programs. Programs are for people who don't have financial literacy. Because nobody needs a program when you got a money script. Now, your money mindset is what is called a money script. Now, I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you because I like you. Because this is really for the class that starts in September. And right now, you have what's called a scarcity mindset, which simply means that there is this awareness of things are getting low. You can go in and, you look at, you got your sugar in a jar, right? You go in there, and when the sugar gets low, bam. So most of us don't have an abundant mindset. We got a scarcity mindset, meaning that we respond when things are scarce. We don't respond when things are abundant. It's human nature. In other words, we all see the glass half full. And that's human nature. So your job is to be aware. So awareness is God, as I've been saying in the last show and every show. Everybody has what? An awareness problem. Well, what is our awareness problem, Doc? So let me be crystal clear. So I want to make sure that what is the bottom line that I need to address? You have an awareness problem. You have a lack of abundant mentality. You're born that way. Nobody on this planet is born with an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset is, like my son said, I'm going to figure it out. A couple of F-bombs in there too. That's an abundance mindset. So an abundance mindset sees all things as opportunities. So an abundance mindset can never see a problem. I don't know if you understand what I just said. I'm going to say it again. We're going to break it down so that way at the end of the next series, because we went into the physics of it, I have to do that first. So every show that I'm doing for the rest of this year, this is August. Usually I don't start till October getting into, I started a new program like the Computer Development Center, or, when we did the Gamma Brainwave Manifestation, the Master Teacher 33 Business School, way back in the day, we did the original life management system. I would always start that around crash and burn time for me, because crash and burn time for me have always been around my birthday. Let me tell you guys, my first wife kept a journal. And in the journal, every year, August, September, I would quit my job, I would have an affair, our cars would get repoed, the house would get foreclosed on, and then we was all homeless. She would go back and live with her parents, or she would go live with my brothers and sisters, or she would go get on food stamps in Section 8. So but then by the time the holidays was over, I would come back in, beg and plead. She'd let me back in, and I would come in and save the day. I would have a brand new house. I would have a new car. I would have a new job. Bank account would be back full again. So this went on for 25 years. That was my cycle. This is how I know what's up. Okay, let me get my water. I know Dr. Span don't like when I be dropping those F-bombs. My bad, Dr. Span. Sister Veronica she sends me the vibration that says, you can do better, Doc. Sister Veronica, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get back to my old self. I went on the F-bomb tear there for a while. I was kind of overdoing it, so I'm going to come back to the normal me. But I had to get it out. I had to get that out. So no more F-bombs. Well, I'm going to tone it down, okay, Sister Veronica? So I noticed it, but it's interesting because I was thinking all my gurus, Dr. Jerome, none of my male friends pulled me to the side and said, yo, young buck. Now, they took my money, right? Because remember, I was heavy in the church back then. All of my, and I was the bigger wig in the church. I was sitting up in the pulpit every Sunday, but they knew because the women's group would get together and, my now ex-wife would be crying. And the women would get together and they would, I'll come over there and they would pray for her. And they say, yeah, but you can't leave them, we don't believe in divorce. So since she wouldn't divorce me, I had to divorce her. So I filed for divorce. Why? I knew I was broken. The only thing I had to do, Sister Sandra, was turn my back on people who didn't want me to turn my back on. Like, nobody wanted me to leave. But I kept telling everybody, it's not right for me to treat you like that. And they said, well, it's okay. We still love you. Just treat us, just when you piss on us, just don't, don't do it so forcefully. Hey, but I don't want to piss on you. Well, it's okay. Jesus is working on you. Well, he's working too slow. After 25 years of failure, something is wrong. So I left, divorced, and that's when January the 1st rolled around when I was getting ready to put a bullet in my head. And I stole some money, committed a federal offense, went out and bought my daughter a car for a graduation present. And the guy that headed the company, when everything hit the fan, and they told him that it was me who stole the money because it was my company, basically. They just financed it and bankrolled it. He couldn't believe it. He was like, there's no way. Not Will. And the cops said, no, he took the money. We took the money. Granted, he said he was planning on putting it back when I was, because it was my company. I knew I could make the money back. I was just borrowing the money. What I'm doing now, but I was borrowing somebody else's. Now I figured out a program where I can borrow my own money and pay my own stuff back. So now I'm my own bank. So I want to teach you how to be your own bank. Because depending on how these good old boys push this market, you might need to understand how to be your own bank and borrow money from yourself and manage your own debt. But you can't do that if you have these 5 belief systems about your finances. And unfortunately, from now till September the 2nd, you need to get rid of these 5 financial belief systems that you have. Excuse me. Because money is a script. But a money script is not necessarily a bad thing. Because a money script is neither good or bad. Remember, a money script is a mindset. A money script is just beliefs associated with financial decisions. But these beliefs that are associated with financial decisions, they create chronic stress. So your job is to understand how to wire your brain for wealth. That's what we're going to be breaking down on September the 2nd. Because if you don't rewire, I should say rewire, you have to be able to rewire. And we talked about this before. Your brain, except for this time, you want to rewire your brain for wealth. We're going to be breaking that down. September the 2nd. Cost is $199. For everybody who was with us on the last series, $249 for everybody that was not. So that way you can understand there are certain factors behind success when it comes to over understanding money. The last problem is money worship. It's weird that the fifth belief that people have is the opposite of the four. Because number 4 is the people who have what I call money avoidance. They can't help it. They will avoid their speech. Listen to them talk. Listen to a talk. Just listen. And it's dangerous because you can't hang out with people who have money, who are suffering from money avoidance too long, because that shit's contagious. And there are people who I love dearly, that's on this call, and you love dearly. If you listen to them talk, even though they do everything I say, they don't get the results that I get. Why? Money avoidance. It's a disease that is sabotaging your financial success. Because money avoidance is a belief that you don't deserve to have money. Remember, my sister cured me when I was homeless this last time. After I left, my current wife moved in with this lady who's very, very, very affluent financially, who threw money at me like it was no tomorrow. Now, remember, I had money. Shit, I was doing pretty good. But she had real money. I'm talking like private planes and yachts and that kind of money. She had only dated doctors and lawyers, so I was kind of like her project, if you will. And I remember going to a high-end company meeting, and one of the black bougie brothers said that, "Oh, that's your new pet." And well, yeah, no, yeah, but Dr. Jerome, you already know that's gonna be a problem, right? Brother Joseph, can you be a house nook? Can you be somebody's pet? So you already know how that conversation went. I didn't give up that he was the CEO of blankety blank blank. So I told Jacob, bro, you can meet me outside, dog. You can see what kind of a house pet. And this house pet bite. So I've always been a little high strung, Brother Joseph. I tried to, fit in. So needless to say, that was a quiet ride home. But I told you guys the one mistake. This was the greatest lesson. If I could do it all over again, Brother Joseph, I'd do it again. If I knowing what would happen, I would do it all over again. This lesson cannot be read. The feeling, I cannot put it in English. There's no words. Sister Veronica, every male should go through this experience. Like if you got a beta male, if you got a mama's boy, you should hook him up with a high-end female. who buys him everything. He's what they call a kept Negro. Now, right now, she got another kept. They've been rock and roll ever since I became unkept. And he's cool. Sleeps in another room, don't sleep in the same bedroom. I know because she still blows up my DM. And you know why she blows up my DM, Brother Joseph? You know she fucked up. Because, you know, everything that she said I could not get, I got. On my own, Brother Joseph. And how did I do that, Brother Joseph? Well, after, you know, because remember, with money comes control. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but if you can't handle, and if you're not okay with the control, don't take the money. And I used to wonder, why are all rich people control freaks? Remember I did a class on that. Because now that I got money, I'm finding myself doing the same thing. I'm like, why am I trying to control? Because money only responds to control. It's almost impossible for a rich mindset to switch and realize people are not things. You can't control a person, a human being, the way that you can control a corporation, the way that you can control a car, the way that you can control a house. See, I can control what goes on in my house, how clean it is, because I get a mop, if I see something, I can be angry, retentive, which I do. I have staged throughout the house these little things that it has like a little button and it scoops water from off the end of the mop and I just 2-3 times a day I just walk to the house cleaning the floors. The wife and the kids look at me like I'm on drugs. But that's just me. I ain't trying to change, too old. So the lesson that I learned, Brother Joseph, was when you operate outside of the system control, what happens to the money? Well, they take the money. I found that out, Brother Joseph, when my shit was in the street. In that nice brand new Camaro that I got off the showroom floor, and I came out of the driveway, Brother Joseph, it was gone. But it wasn't a repo man that picked it up. She had hired some goons to come to my house and pick it up. I say goons, but, you know, family members. I don't even know. And it's not like I told her. She said, you could just call me and, you know, yeah, like, you could get it. You could just told me you want it back. I just gave it to you. And what was the point? Well, the point is my sister told me, get your own shit. So from that day to this day, Brother Joseph, I wake up every day. I got a mandate, Brother Joseph. I'm inspired. No reverend or doctor or bishop got to call me and say, hey, Doc, are you doing things today to get your own beep? Sister Veronica Smith, nobody got to call me, Sister Veronica. I'm highly motivated, Sister Veronica. Highly motivated. Every time I get lazy or think about taking a day off to die, you know what I do? I go back and I remember. The greatest thing, that's why I love, I'm telling you, your last adversity is your greatest teacher. Now, most people don't understand. It's not till you get in the fire. That's why I say, everybody get a chance. You stick around. If you have not had a chance at the back yet, stick around. You probably get a chance. Hopefully everybody has already went through this already. Which is what did I go through? I went through the lessons of over understanding that if you believe that it takes money to make money, you got conned. See, if you believe not having money is a problem, you got conned. Not having money is not a problem. In fact, not having money is an asset. Why? Not having money makes you creative. I'm not talking about something I read out of a Get Rich Quick book. I wake up every day and I got to create. I love it. I just so happen to be a 3 though, so I got another advantage. So my creative juices are flowing. So no, I know you don't have to have money to make money. Not having money is not a problem. I know it doesn't take money to make money because I've been doing it for 20 years. Number three, I know that if you work hard, you are not going to make money. You're not going to make the real money. You're going to just survive, but you're not going to thrive. So if you're okay with surviving, paycheck to paycheck, work hard, read jobs, physical labor, work with your back, not with your brain. If there's anybody who likes treadmill life, surviving, paycheck to paycheck, get to the end of the month and you got more bills than money, if you like that makes you worse. If it turns you on, okay, then you keep doing the 9 to 5 and you keep working. But that's a lie. You're not going to make the money. You will always survive. You're going to be on get along street. Number four, if you believe that the love of money is the root of all evil, because what that means is, what you're really saying is, I don't deserve to have money. See, money in some people's brains is a source of fear, anxiety, disgust. So many people choose to live their life without money because they honestly believe that they don't deserve to have money. See, that's the core problem in every person that I've ever met, including myself, is I didn't, because remember, Christianity requires you to be well done. To be a Christian, you must be a sinner. That means you fucked up. Oh, my bad. I said, no, bad, Willie. You said no F-bombs tonight. My bad. My apologies. So what are you saying, Doc? Well, the system keeps you poor. Because by definition, it's okay if other people have money, not you. Well, what about you? Well, you are a worthless sinner and needs to be saved by grace. So God, like me, can have money, but not you. So thankfully, the white man who wrote the book, he got money. Why? He don't think he's a sinner. You good Pope Cretans got all the sinners. But they don't see themselves. Creflo Dollar, TD, Joel Osteen, they don't see themselves as sinners. And they may tell you that so that way you can keep giving your money. Because they are not suffering from money avoidance. What they are suffering from is from money worship. Now, number 5, the money worshipers, they're no different than the money avoiders. Now, they have privilege. So money worshipers believe that more money will solve all of life's problems and bring happiness. Peace and happiness comes from money. Nope. Peace and happiness comes from waking up every day knowing that you are helping someone else get across the street. Peace and happiness comes from knowing that you got a purpose for being on the planet. See, I wake up every morning and I have purpose. I have a reason for being alive. What is my reason for being alive? My reason for being alive is that somebody walking around believes that Joseph Smith and the Mormon Tabernacle is the Bible. They don't know. There's somebody walking around who believes in John Calvin. They don't know. There's somebody walking around believing in Charles, what's the old boy's name? Charles Finney. And my boy, I think his name was John Wesley, or Wesley, who came up with the, or my boy who came up with the, in other words, every major religion has a dude who started it. Methodist, Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, they just dudes, just like you. You can start your religion, your own religion today. Dr. Span, you can start, Spamism. And you can create your own religion called Spamology. Or Spanology, not spam. Well, yeah, you can spam too. Everybody can eat spam. Poor man's steak. So, Dr. Jerome and Dr. Arlene Spang can start their own religion tonight. And we could all join the cult of spanism. And we could be spamist. Right, Dr. Spam? We could. And with enough belief, energy, we could start a little cult following. And that would give us something called status. See, money brings status. People who have status and options are what the world puts on a pedestal. So if your financial belief system doesn't give you status and create options, oh, you in trouble, boo-boo, because you co-creator. Because guess what? You ain't got options. So we're going to break down on September the 2nd. If Bank A says, oh, got your application, sir, we appreciate you. We looked over the application and we're not going to be able to extend credit to you because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Or it could just be because, well, due to the redistricting, we're not extending credit to our key loans at this time. I think I can tell you, but we don't want no Negroes living in our neighborhood, bruh. So you got to rewire your wealth. But you got a financial belief system. And I need to make you aware that whether you got money worship, which is what I got white privilege, bro. That's what it's money privilege. So money worship is just like white privilege. It's just like I can go to the front of the line. Why? I'm white. Money privilege is I can go to the front of the line. Why? I got money. He who has the gold makes all the rules. Y'all heard that before. So I have a totally different social economic status, but it's a sense of self-worth that is linked to net worth. Now, that particular status script is equated to success in the current culture. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It just is. So all of these beliefs have some value in them. They also have a flaw in them. Some of these beliefs will make you compulsive. It'll make you unreasonable. It'll make you a risk taker or a gambler, or it'll allow you to overspend or become compulsive and just buy stuff, or it can also create destructive financial behaviors. So your job and my job is to understand that whatever your beliefs are about money, you need to be aware of the consciousness. So money is not bad. Money is not good. Nobody deserves more money than somebody else. Everybody, your rewards in life equals your service to others. Let me say that again. It's not about money. Your rewards, that means that your gift make room for you and take you to the 14. That's what the Bible says. So your rewards in life is based upon your gift. So what if you don't know your gift? Well, then you don't have no reward. Bam, money. Money problems exist because people don't have purpose, but they got belief. So our beliefs form our vision. In every stage of life, your belief either allows you to make good decisions or bad decisions. But it's all based upon your belief. So financial education and becoming financially literate, financial literacy, how come they don't teach that in school? They'll teach you about, like biology, you basic frogs, and how come they don't teach you how to set up a bank account? How come they don't teach you how to start an LLC? Oh, they'll give you $100,000 in student loan money that goes directly to the college, but you got to pay the debt. I would rather have $100,000 in a business loan instead of $100,000 in college tuition. They say the number one most indebted gender on the planet, race, is black women. The number one demographics that has the most degrees in education is black women. Now, I need to understand what they did, especially if you are a black woman or if you know any. The highest demographics in the planet, the most educated group is black women. The most indebted group with student loans is black women. What if you took that $100K that you spent to get your BA in basket weaving or cosmetology or, whatever, and started a business? You would be a lot further down the rabbit trail. Now, this is the same thing that Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I forgot my boy Robert Kiyosaki, he said the same thing. All of this emphasis on education, but you can't pay your bills with education. So the mentality of a rich person, in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I read that book eons ago, it is no different. You see, brothers and sisters, we have to, whatever your financial belief system is, you got to change it. Because your financial belief system is preventing you from being financially successful. And this is called financial literacy. And financial literacy is a set of skills or knowledge that allows you to make informed and effective decisions about your finances. So the class that starts on September the 2nd is subtitled How to Develop Financial Literacy. Because most of us are not financially literate. Like, I suffered from being illiterate when it comes to language. Many of us suffer from being illiterate when it comes to finances. So my question to you tonight is, are you financially literate? Have you taken any financial literacy courses or classes? And guess what? What does it mean to be in one of those classes? Well, most of those classes are around stocks, bonds, saving, investing in real estate, like buying a house. Some of them get into, like trust funds, trust law. But if you're a poor black person growing up in the hood, none of that applies to you. You know what applies to you? Number one, your belief system. Number two, your income. You got to have, starting off, you got to have something coming in. Or you got to be able to generate the appearance of income. Number three, you got to have access to your taxes and tax returns. Number four, you got to understand the basics of credit and establishing credit, which means you go back to number two, paying your bills on time, some kind of income. Because you can't pay no bills if you ain't got an income. And then once you do get a basic awareness that, okay, I want to generate some bills. For the purpose of what? Paying them off so that way they can report that as paid off of my credit report. And I want to be able to have a copy of a 1040 or 1099 that shows my annual income that I can provide to people. Or I want to have a 1099 or a 1040 or a W-4 or a W-2. To do what? Proof, as I find out, of income. Because they're not going to take your word for it. So we're going to break this down on September the 2nd so that way you can become financially literate and you can change or at least be aware of the current financial belief system that you have, and you can manage your own debt. And you can get rid of the lack of abundance mentality and the scarcity mentality and replace it with an abundance mindset. Because abundance is opportunities and ideals. So money is opportunities that you create in your head with your own ideals. That is wealth. So I don't care what nobody thinks. White folks, primarily, rich people, primarily, they know that there is no shortage of ideals. And there is no shortage of opportunities. So everybody on this call, you've been waiting for money to come in. But you've been passing up opportunities. So when you pray, God, give me some money, God, give me an opportunity, and it passes you by. Let me close with the story about the guy that was, remember the guy, that story, that was a flood? The guy was sitting on top of his roof, waiting for somebody to come and rescue him. The water got so high that he couldn't get off. He couldn't escape. So a guy comes by. He's floating by on a log. Said, dude, you jump on this log with me and we could escape. He says, no. I'm waiting on God to send somebody to save me. The story goes, and again, I'm not good at these stories, but another guy come by a canoe and say, bro, it's a little crowded in here, but hey, we got enough room for you. You can jump in this canoe with us. We can roll to safety and get out of this rising river. The guy says, nope, I'm waiting. God's going to send somebody to save me. Then the story goes, somebody else came by, I think it was a helicopter or a bigger boat or something else. And the guy again, because he's waiting for God himself, I'm assuming, to come by and save him. Like he. But the word I'm waiting on Jesus. He's going to come and he's going to save me, Doc. Well, I need Popeye's chicken sandwiches and watching TV. So the guy left and, well, more story, the dude drowned, waiting on God to save him when God sent 3 people. But he turned down those opportunities because he was waiting for God. See, God sends you your money, but it's packaged in the form of an ideal or an opportunity. So guess what you're going to do? The opportunity is going to come by and you're going to say, no, I don't do that. How come? Well, I'm waiting. What you waiting for? I only do blank. Okay, you do you boo. You're going to be in that box and you probably going to end up like my boy on that roof. And when you get up yonder, you're going to ask, you're going to get to the pearly gates, you're going to ask the Big G, what happened? I was waiting for your dog and you left me stranded. I said, well, I sent that dude, Master District 33. I sent you a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I sent you videos, even Tony Robbins about Les Brown. A lot of people, God, this is not the first time you've heard the word financial literacy or your financial belief system. A lot of people are talking about this. But yet a lot of people are still suffering from a lack of energy when they have unlimited energy due to living in a passive past experience that is unwanted. That unwanted past experience is sucking your chi. That's why you're tired. I mean, not you personally, but, right, for real, there's people out there that they have energy management disorder. Their energy is low because their brain is thinking about an unwanted event that happened in the past. And it's legit. Bad things happen to us, brothers and sisters, but that's in the past. Then there are some of us who are in the present. Like right now, we're not talking about the past. Like today, like in my case, well, it actually worked out where really wasn't too bad for me. Bad for my little, my daughter's best friend, because she told us her car in an accident. So right now in the present, there's somebody who could be in the present moment, but you could replace the unwanted past. You can replace the unwanted present situation with a wanted future event. So September the 2nd, once again, we're going to say it a different way, that how do you replace the present unwanted situation and the past unwanted situation with a future wanted situation? What do you want? Well, I want, hey, my kids, I want $1,000 every day, like clockwork, flowing to me easily and effortlessly in all directions, consistently. So, okay, so what do? Well, every day I wake up, I have a abundance mindset. So every day, guess what happens to me? Ideas and opportunities. Like today. Today, a great idea popped into my skull. Oh, yeah. And I implemented it. Today, an opportunity presented itself. Oh, yeah, and I implemented it. And guess what it's going to do? That idea and opportunity, that's going to generate $1,000 and much, much more. Just like the last series generated thousands of dollars. How? Because I'm not waiting for God to come out of the sky. I asked, He brought me an ideal and opportunities, plural. Ideals, plural, and opportunities, plural. So everybody on this call, guess what? God is not a respecter of person. Source is doing the same thing for you that He's doing for me, but you got financial blocks. So, brothers and sisters, everybody, please start working on your financial blocks. These financial blocks and this financial blockage, these money mindset, they are mental scripts. They are running in the background. You can only notice them because they are a series of thoughts that stops money from flowing through you. We call it a mindset. But all it is a feeling. This feeling gets in the way of you accomplishing financial success. That feeling that gets in the way of you accomplishing financial success is a feeling that money is the root of all evil. It's the feeling that says, I cannot afford it. It's that feeling that says that this is selfish. I can't do that, Doc, because it is immoral. It is unethical. It is that feeling that says my family will not agree if I do this or do that. It's that feeling that says I actually work hard, really, really, really hard, Doc. You don't understand, my brother. Everybody in my family, they are hard workers. It's that feeling that the money is the root of all evil. It's that feeling that says, Doc, I don't have to do nothing because I'm privileged. I have privilege, Doc. So I don't have to do anything. Money just will find me. Some kind of way, while I'm watching TV, money's going to show up because I'm privileged. For whatever reason you feel privileged, these are financial blocks. You must rewire your brain for abundance. You must change by simply noticing your feelings every time somebody presents an opportunity and an idea to you that's in line with your design. I'm on 336. So if somebody comes up with a very creative way of communicating, creativity, what? I'm all over it. Because I am a 3, creative, 3, creator. That 6 loves to communicate compassionately and detailedly. So if you come with a big, broad overview with no research, just says, make $100,000 in 30 days guaranteed. Click here. I ain't clicking on that. There ain't no details. I don't even know what it's about. And I don't believe, so you're going to tell me you're going to make $100,000 in 30 days and what I got to do. So I need to, so no, I'm not interested. So that's not an opportunity for me. But if you can break it down and show me some details that is very creative and very compassionate. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting harmed. Nobody's getting, conned. I ain't gaslighting nobody. I ain't got to overpromise and underdeliver. I can actually help people because I like helping people. I'm a six. Bam, that's an idea that I can work with. So my brothers and my sisters join me on September the 2nd. Cost $249. Just go to the website, masterteachertherapy.com. Click on the link that says donations. If you took the last class, cost is only $199 for this class. So we're going to break it down. We're going to spend 7 days. And I'm going to give you the website and all of the information. And then also show you how to set up your, even if you already filed taxes in the past, how you can restructure them so that way they are beneficial for you. And then also we're going to show you how to set up bank accounts so that way you can move your money around and you can do what I do, which is, I shouldn't tell you because it's part of the class, but how I like y'all. I'm going to tell you anyway. So when I get paid once, I get paid 3 times. I'm going to break it down in the class. So if Dr. Span joins the class and she pays me she would pay me, because she took the last class. So when I get a payment from Dr. Span for $199, I turn that payment from Dr. Span of $199 into $600. So every time somebody pays me, I get paid 3 times for one payment. I can triple my income. So if I'm at 10 and on paper, I made 30. If I made 30 on paper, I made 90. Now, but stop playing. You want to join this class. Start September the 2nd. How to use debt to get rich. This is no more play. Because you have to get to a point where people extend you lots of money. Now, do you need it? Do you use it? Absolutely not. You use it to do what? Establish a line of credit way above your bills. If all your bills comes to $5,000 a month, you should have a line of credit for $100,000. So that way, if the rainy day ever shows up, you only need $5,000. You got another $90,000. But you're doing what with it? You using it to increase your credit score. Which I'm going to break it down how to use debt to get rich. This is going to be an awesome class, man, because all these little techniques that I learned from the rich white folks, they do it on a way higher level than I do. They be doing this with millions of dollars. I'm just doing it with thousands. But we're going to break it down so you can understand the abundance mindset. So you can stop working hard and start working smart. And then Brother Jimmy will break down his system as well. And I love you guys. Also, we'll be talking about this again before the 2nd. So that way you guys can understand the benefits of taking the class. All right, everybody. We see you guys mañana. God bless.